start, we had to start strongly. We had to go and try and attack from the first whistle, and that's what we did. And inside 2 minutes, we had the dream start from Lucas Torreira as he put us ahead, laid in from Ivan Herrera, but he hit his shot straight down the throat of the goalkeeper, and I think it was blocked in the end on the line before Ivan Herrera doubled our advantage in the 23rd minute. Yeah, a little bit frustrating there, but the second half got back underway, and it was as if it was a tale of two halves. I mean, you look at the start we made in the first half of this one, what a way to start the game, and I felt like it was Benfica vibes coming back, you know, like with 15 to go, after all the pushing that we'd done, the chances that we had, it was Benfica vibes, because Manchester United got themselves back in the game after Verratti smashed it in the back of the net to make it 2-2. Another one of the situations where I feel like the goalkeeper, this time Lunin, would have been a bit frustrated that he hasn't saved it. Hello everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another Career Mode episode on this Thursday for you. I'm not going to lie, it's incredibly warm again today in the UK, but I've got to get this episode out for you, mainly because we have a jam-packed December month coming up. So, let me show you this, because there's lots to look forward to, but if you look at all the fixtures we're playing, we played Man United and Spurs in the last month in the Premier League, so I'm not quite sure why we've got them so early on again, but hey-ho, they are in this December month. Including that game against Roma, which is meaningless, so I won't be playing that one simply because, of course, we can't secure better than second seed and we can't get any worse than second seed out of the group. So we'll be simming that one. First up, though, will be Palace, which will be simmed as well because we have them at home and they're currently sat 19th. We'll then play against Watford, sim Brighton, play Cardiff, and then see how this one looks for these three here. I'm not sure what we're going to do for those ones, but some news coming your way. If I show you a little news article here, you may be able to see who will be 2022's Player of the Year. And surprisingly, we've got a player in there. Well, actually, if you want to be technical, we've got two. Because Lukaku wasn't with me when this year really got into it. So Lukaku, Mbappe, Jovic and Dembele are the four names being mentioned. But of course, Jovic was with us at Villarreal. Lukaku's just signed back for us here at Everton. So, I mean, I can kind of see that. But it feels weird seeing Lukaku and Jovic in there. Because I don't feel like Jovic really did that much for me at Villarreal, and of course I don't know how Lukaku got on with Man United before we re-signed him, so yeah, we'll see who wins that. It would be fantastic to have a player win it, whether or not that's Jovic or Lukaku, but we'll just see how that one goes. Some news as well, I tried to go back in for Leon Bailey, and again, couldn't negotiate a contract. I tried to do it, but we just don't have enough in the wages at the moment to make that happen, so he is still very much in my plans, and I will try and make it happen when we do get the wages for that. But without further ado, let's sim our first game of the day. Crystal Palace are the side that we're playing. Now, I don't like simming away games, but this should be a relatively easy result. They're down in 19th on a poor run of form. If we lose this, I'll be disappointed as Lukaku immediately picks up a yellow card. Let's skip through and see a 2-0 victory. Lukaku and Patrick with the 2 goals. So that's what we came to do. And of course, for the Roma game, I'm going to be naming a change round side because I don't really care about that game. Here is the Roma game as well then that we will be simming. I've gone with a backup side and there it is. It's not really a massive backup side, but there are players in there that just wouldn't get into the first team usually, you can see. And so we've got a good front three, decent midfield, okay back four, and Lunin keeps his spots. And when we sim through, we get a 1-1 draw. We must have scored first through Saigankov quite early on because it's not on the right-hand side there. Haller scored to make it 1-1 before they picked up a big injury, one of their players out long term. So that now means, of course, we now await to see who we are going to get in our Champions League knockout rounds. And with that, we're 6 clear in the Premier League. Okay, well, Player of the Year announced, and we haven't won it. Kylian Mbappe is the Player of the Year. Fair play to him. Congratulations, obviously, but would have been nice to have one of our players win that. Not meant to be on this occasion, though. Well played, Kylian Mbappe. He looks unbelievable. Elliot Richardson, potential 80 to 94, sorry. Instantly sign him up. Starts at 60 rated as well, 5'7". I think we've got a big player in our hands there as well. Got another one, Nicholas Brown, 81 to 94 potential too. So I'm considering maybe promoting him to the first team. My only worry is he's 5'5" as a midfielder. And we got Denis Moraes as well, of course, the scout future star, but he doesn't look fantastic in potential. But we'll give him a shout anyway, see what happens. But without further ado, it's time to get ourselves into our first game of the day, which is going to be Watford. And where are they actually in the table at the moment? Because that could be quite an interesting game, this. Because if they're doing all right, they might give us a bit of a tough challenge. You can see the top 6 looks like that right now. Spurs down in 9th, Arsenal down in 11th, so both those sides struggling. Watford are actually in the bottom 3 as well, so yeah, if we don't win this game, I'll be very, very disappointed in us. So I'm going to switch around the side slightly. Orsic is going to come into the midfield in place of Doucouré. I think that's the only change I'm going to make. I wanted to bring Herrera back in, but he doesn't seem fully fit yet. Here we go then, the Watford starting 11. You can see it there. In goal, they've got, I don't actually know who that is, to be honest. I don't even know anybody in their back 4 either. Jason at the right-hand side. Outside of that, not sure. And Mitrovic and Suarez up front. I'm going to be honest, I expected better from Watford. On the bench, Chalobah, Zaza. It's not a good team, and you can see why they are in the bottom 3. Even their substitutes aren't really that strong either. So, yeah, I'm saying this now. Watch us get beat by them. But it's disappointing to see because I always thought better of Watford. I thought they were sort of mid-table team and could really push on and maybe try and get in Europe. But no, doesn't seem to be the case here with this team that they've got. I'm sure if I had it, it would be a lot different. Ball through already from Richarlison for Torreira to chase, and it's not worked out. But it's going to be a big, big task today for Watford to keep us quiet. I know I've said all this as well. How funny would it be if we ended up losing the game as Watford pick up an early corner? Decent defending. Mason Aldgate does the job, gets the ball out of play too. But we've got a bit of defending to do from this corner. There it is, swung in, free header. And Lunin pushes it over the bar. It wasn't really that much of a test. I do feel he could have caught that. It came at him so slow. Not really any pace behind that as another ball's whipped in. There is another header, and that time Lunin will catch it. So a couple of chances for Watford. Nothing really to shout home about, though. Fairly easy for us to deal with. But yeah, don't lose the game after saying all that now. Orsic, Tierney. Back to Orsic. Patrick's there to be found. Patrick going to hit the shot as well. Comes back for him. Oh, what a save that is. What a save that is. Double shot coming in from Patrick. The first was blocked, but look at this from the goalkeepers. That's the first block. First time again, though, from Patrick. And this is brilliant goalkeeping. One-handed right-hand save. Denies us that opening goal, and Patrick surely must have thought he got it. Lukaku at that near post, looking for him. There it is. Lukaku flicks it on. Decent stop again. Richarlison has picked up a slight knock here, which is making me a little bit apprehensive about keeping him on. Kingsley Coman's cross. Lukaku again wins it. There's Davinson Sanchez. Can't get up and win the ball himself. Gonna have to keep tabs on the Richarlison thing, though, because he's just returned from injury. Patrick, Tierney, this is good running this, and Kieran Tierney might be able to find a pullback. He finds Orsic, sent him a little bit wide, but Orsic turns it in towards that bottom corner. Everton have the lead after 40 minutes. And the reason that I kind of feel a little bit bad now is because I actually just made a change. I actually brought off, or I'm going to be bringing off Orsic and bringing on Doucouré, because I felt like Orsic was having a little bit of a bad game and was giving the ball away a couple of times, but now he's scored. I kind of feel a little bit bad about it, but that change will still go ahead. Doucouré is coming on, and Orsic will leave the field of play after scoring the goal. I mean, it's a good finish. It is, but it is a little bit mishit too. But he made the best out of the situation. Doucouré has now come on. Orsic has gone off, so I do feel a little bit bad, but that's the way it goes. I felt like that was the best change to do and change up the dynamic slightly, as he wasn't having the best game in the world. But that just shows you how quickly it can change. Doucouré, Coman, lovely little turn. Kingsley Coman's at the post, though. That would have been the goal that would have surely sealed the result here, and that was so unlucky for Kingsley Coman. He did everything right, turn, find the finish, and it was just too close to that post. Too close to the post. I love a little rhyme, but so unlucky, man. That could have been the goal that settled this. Patrick, though, too much time on the ball. Luckily for Watford, they get away with it. I mean, you can't step off a player like Patrick. You know how good he is in those sort of areas. You know how good he is from long shots. That's risky, that. I'm surprised they gave him that sort of time as the cross is whipped in. And we get up for it. We just didn't really win it too convincingly. As Kieran Tierney surely going to keep possession for us now then. 25 to go. I'm feeling confident we are going to get the victory, but it would have been nice to get that second goal there just to shore things up. Torreira towards Lukaku. Lukaku going to wait for the runs coming from Doucouré, which he has now given Doucouré. Oh my goodness me. Let's not talk about that, shall we? 20 to go. Patrick, Doucouré. Sees Tierney on the left-hand side, and what a pass that is from Abdoulaye Doucouré towards Kieran Tierney, who not only does well enough to beat his man, but sends delivery in, and there's Patrick for number 2. That is quality from Kieran Tierney. We know what he's got, though. We've seen it now in numerous games already in this Everton side. He just turns his man here on his weaker right foot, if you can call it that. What a delivery that is. And Patrick just lets the ball do the work, glances it goalwards. 2-0, game, set and match. That shores up the victory for us. I mean, I was always sure of it. It was just that thing of if they get one more chance and take it, it's going to be 1-1. So now, you know, realistically, we should win the game from this position. They've not really offered too much for us to really worry at 2-0. As the cross is in, but Wan-Bissaka blocks it. Zaza's going to hit the post. First shot of the day for Watford. And he goes close. Wow, then. I mean, came from us passing them the ball as well. Kieran Tierney went to tackle, and it kind of bounced its way through to Zaza, who on the half volley sends it goalwards, and it's the woodwork. I mean, I would have been so angry if we'd have conceded that at 1-0. I mean, at 2-0, it's fine at the moment as Kieran Tierney's breaking through again. Tierney deserves a goal. Will he get one? Tierney! Yes, he will! Emphatically fires it in the top corner. 3-0, and it does nothing really to the result because it was pretty much set in stone at 2-0, but I'm so glad to see Tierney getting a goal. He deserves that. He has been phenomenal this season for us. He really, really does deserve it, and that is quality from him as well. Fantastic stuff. You know what? I would even argue you could play Tierney as a winger. He's that good. Like, not even just a fullback. I feel like as a winger, he would work as well. Full time here. Watford 0, Everton 3. A fantastic way to start things off. I think I'm going to do the next game as post-com to allow myself a bit of time to cool down in this heat because it is incredible. But I will then come back, hopefully, for Liverpool, which is going to be live com. And we'll probably see what we're like there. But Kieran Tierney with a 10-match rating. Insanity. The guy is so damn good. So, yeah, I think I'll go to post-com for the next one, which I believe is against Cardiff, is it? And then we'll come back for Liverpool, which hopefully I'll be back for live, depending on how hot it is. It's supposed to get to like 30-something degrees today in the UK. And I don't do so well in heat. So, yeah, I'll be back in a second for you as post-com. And then hopefully back for Liverpool as live. So, see you in a second. So, just the one game to show you in the post-com part of the video. That's against Cardiff. But before we do that, we need to show you the sim against Brighton, which was a 1-0 victory. Patrick scored the only goal in the game, as he has done quite a lot in this series for us. A man who gets important goals, you could say. It came on the 76th minute, so quite late into the game, but nevertheless, it was still the victory that we were looking for. And I held nobody back in the game against Cardiff. I named a very, very strong 11. That was to make sure we could get the result here ahead of that game against Liverpool coming up later on in the video, which will be live as well, so don't you worry about that. So, I didn't really want to disrespect Cardiff. I felt like even if it is supposed to be on paper a victory for us, you know, an easy victory, some would say, I still had to kind of name my strong 11, so that's what I did. And you can see they've got a decent side. Nothing too spectacular, nothing we can't beat, and things started off really well inside the first few minutes. Ball over the top from Patrick, brought down brilliantly by Richarlison, whose shot was palmed straight into the path of Kingsley Coman, and he had a simple tap-in to give us the lead in the first 5 or so minutes. And after that, the game was simple, really. I mean, there was only a couple of moments where Cardiff made me a little bit nervy. This one here in the 16th minute, header which was turned over the bar by Lunan. If he makes a mistake with that, we've got a problem. But yeah, it was an easy save to make. And then just before half time, Kieran Tierney came forward looking for the cross. He's been using that wide area so well. Has Tierney assisting goals for fun, but Richarlison really should have done better with his volley. Couldn't keep the shot down. And into the second half, we had another chance. Patrick striking the woodwork from the edge of the area after he was found by Orsic, but he could not find the back of the net. The resulting cross back into the box eventually was dealt with, and other than that, there was only really one more chance, and that came from Patrick, who did find us the second goal of the match as he converted into the bottom right-hand corner, and that was it. Everton 2, Cardiff 0, so a good result by all accounts in this one, and it's what you want to see. You know, we have to be dispatching of teams if we want to win the league title like this, so I was kind of happy to see that. A clean sheet, 2 goals as well, but now we move to Liverpool for the live. So here we go then. For the first time in the series, it's time for the Merseyside derby. Liverpool against Everton. We are the home side with 6 clear of Manchester United. Liverpool themselves enjoying a bit of a subpar season, you could say. 13th in the table on 20 points. They sit a massive, massive 28 points behind us at the top of the table. So I don't know what's going on over at Anfield, but something seriously isn't working. So they come to Goodison Park for this first Merseyside derby of the season. And I look forward to this, actually. To be honest, I feel like, you know, with derbies and such, you've got to want to win them. You have to. That's just part and parcel of the way it is. If you don't want to win a derby, what are you doing? But at the same time, if you're looking at the sort of calibre team we're coming up against, I feel like we're going to be odds-on favourite. Like, Liverpool are struggling this year, and I would have taken, if you'd have just put it on paper and not seen how the season's going, a point. But now that I've seen where they are, it's a derby, of course. We have to go for that 3 points. So I'm going to be attacking straight from the off. We'll see their side in a minute. A slight change up for us as well as Kingsley Coman drops to the bench. Richarlison starts in behind Ivan Herrera and Romelu Lukaku up front. So, yeah, looking at those guys to make the difference today. But I'm going to be honest, I've seen a few of the Liverpool players and I really don't know what is going on. Van Dijk is still there. Alisson is still there. Robertson, Bentancur, I think, is in their midfield. Oyarzabal, Griezmann, Salah, all these top quality players. So I've got no idea what is going on with this Liverpool side. I mean, I know we are, what is this, our 5th season now, so the likes of Griezmann, Salah, a little bit aging, but still very, very good, you know? And I don't quite know what's happening, but for you to see it now, this is going to be the 11 that we are playing. Lunin starts in goal, as he has done for nearly every single game this season other than his injury. Wan-Bissaka, Holgate, Sanchez and Tierney as a back four. Midfield three involves Patrick, Torreira, Doucouré. In front of those three, as I said, Richarlison in there with Coman dropping to the bench. Herrera and Lukaku just in front of him. A lot of substitutes to use should we want to call upon them. But for Liverpool, here is their 11. As I mentioned, Alisson in goal. Their back four, Bustos at right back, Christensen, Van Dijk and Robertson. Very good back four. Bentancur and Grujic in the midfield too, with a 3 of Salah, Ayaria, and Oyarzabal, of course, Griezmann in front of them up front as well. So a very, very tricky game, this one, and the first Merseyside derby of the season gets underway. And I did say we were going to look to try and attack straight from the off as Liverpool try and put a bit of a press on us, but we've got out of that pretty well. Richarlison towards Herrera. Herrera now has got Wan-Bissaka making a movement. Oh, he should have found the pass, but it comes back for Doucouré anyway. And now Lukaku. Lukaku sees Kieran Tierney. Tierney swings across in. Patrick with a header. And that is a dream start at Goodison Park for the home side. He has been brilliant this season. He scored numerous goals of real quality in matches where they've mattered. It's, I think, his 8th of the season for Patrick, but it's Tierney again with another assist. I mean, when he gets in this position, Van Dijk just doesn't even challenge, does he? And if you're a Liverpool fan, you're looking horrifically at that because you're just wondering how on earth Patrick has been able to head home the opening goal in the game. Wow, what a start to this game it's been as well. That is dream for us. Patrick, you've done it again, my man. Sloppy from Liverpool. They give away possession. Here is Lukaku. Sees Richarlison just on the left-hand side. What can we do with the ball now then, Richarlison? Tierney going to overlap, and there he is again. Kieran Tierney looking dangerous again, and even Herrera's met the cross. And for the second time in a match, Kieran Tierney's assisted another goal. This time, it's Ivan Herrera. Liverpool just are not able to handle Kieran Tierney, and they're not the only team that haven't been able to. I told you guys in the first game of the day that he could possibly play as a winger. I stand by that. He's so deadly in these sort of areas. There's the delivery. There might have been a touch off Alisson on the way through, but Ivan Herrera, he runs off before the ball's even in the back of the net because he knows he's done enough to put that ball in. 2-0 Everton, Liverpool crumbling. It's been basically the season they're having at the moment, and you really have to question it because the team they've got, they really shouldn't be down in that position. And 2-0 down after only 20-something minutes is not a good start to the game for them. From Goodison Park, Everton 2, Liverpool 0 at the break. The home side very happy with the way things are going. Kieran Tierney again is the man who is undoubtedly shining in these games. If he doesn't pick up man of the match from this one, I'll be very, very surprised. Just as the first half goes, what is the rating he's currently sat on? Let's have a quick look at that. 9.5. 9.5 match rating in the first half. That is insane. He has certainly been the difference here. And Liverpool need a big, big second half if they're to get themselves back in this Merseyside derby. I just don't see it, though, because if they let Tierney run rampant again in the second half, it's going to get worse. Doucouré, Tierney set off again. Here is Tierney again. This time goes for the shot. And it's blocked on the way through. It will be a corner ball. But it's just every time down this left-hand side. And Liverpool have not got an answer. They've not got an answer. As soon as Tierney sets off going, you're expecting to see one outcome. And that is either a goal assisted by him or he scores it. Delivery in from Davies as he comes on off the bench. Tierney again picks up the play. Tom Davies again delivers another ball in towards the box. Lukaku was there, just didn't win it, but it comes back to Davies. Davies, I mean, he's had a lot of touches since coming on, literally minutes ago, and he hasn't made one of them count yet. That's pretty poor in all accounts. Tom Davies through to Tierney, not for the first time. Tierney slings another cross in, and I thought for sure we were going to see another goal. I thought for sure that was going to be another goal. Torreira back towards Tom Davies again. Tierney again sets off. Look at this. Tierney across. And again, it's good defending this time by Virgil van Dijk. Liverpool, they can't stop us getting in with Kieran Tierney. But this time, they defended it pretty well. So I have to give them credit where it's due. A minute to go till the end of the game. Here is Tom Davies is found with a lovely ball. Davies across again. And yet again, some good defending by Liverpool, who are having to survive a late onslaught here as we look to try and make this even more embarrassing for them. But that will do it. And from Goodison Park with the first Merseyside derby of the season, Everton 2, Liverpool 0. It's atrocious from them. We were brilliant. Tierney again is the man who has done bits. And that's why he's the captain. But seriously, what a performance from him. Liverpool, I'm disappointed. I expected so much better. And you can see why they're struggling this season. Performances like that do not give you a lot of hope. Salah frustrated and he can't believe it. But yeah, I mean, that's the way it goes. To be fair, if you look at the match facts, there wasn't really a lot going on in the game. Like I said, Liverpool without a shot to their name. But we only had 2 on target and scored both of those. So, yeah, on another day, that could have quite easily been a 0-0 draw. But we did the difference and we got the victory. And that, my friends, is going to do us for today's episode then. It is incredibly warm, like I mentioned, in the UK. Nearly 30 degrees as I'm recording this. So, of course, it's very warm with no fan on and only the window open. It is incredibly warm in here right now. But I'll be back again with the next episode tomorrow for you. So, we're guaranteed games against Spurs and Manchester United. Keep your tabs on that one as well, because Man United, the only other undefeated side in the Premier League at this current time. And after a 2-2 draw with them last episode, I want my revenge, if you will. 6 points ahead of them in second place. Chelsea into third. Wolves up into fourth. Full credit to them. But Liverpool, it's looking very bleak, isn't it? 15th position at the moment. And I don't know what's quite happening over there, but that's the way it looks. For the Champions League draw, though, who have we pulled in the knockout rounds? It's going to be Barcelona. Oh my goodness me, what a game that will be in the round of 16. Just looking out of curiosity, how have the Graafschap done in the Europa League? Are they into the knockout rounds? I can't see them there. And yeah, they're against Sociedad. Fair play. So hopefully we'll see them get through in that one. Until next time though, a massive thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed it, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, if you're new around here, like what you see, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all tomorrow with another video. Until then, have a fantastic evening in this heat. Adios.